Kisaki Tetta is a power-hungry juvenile delinquent and the main antagonist of the globally recognized Japanese manga series, Tokyo Revengers. In today's video, we are taking a deep dive into the character to learn everything there is to know about the villain. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. If you are new to the channel, we are glad to have you here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss a future video. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Kisaki Tetta is the main antagonist of the Tokyo Revengers series, both in its manga and anime adaptation. Tetta was originally a member of the Tokyo Manji Gang and a former leader of Valhalla. Tetta has an undying desire to become the sovereign leader of the Tokyo Manji Gang. His intention is to first rise to power by manipulating Mikey, and then spread his reach to all of Japan to build the largest crime syndicate. Tetta has played different levels of antagonism throughout different arcs of the story. When we are first introduced to Kisaki, he is merely a minor antagonist in the Toman arc. He goes from that to becoming the main antagonist of the Valhalla arc, and he also plays the role of secondary antagonist in the Black Dragon arc. He is one of the main antagonists in the Tenjuki arc, and the post-modest overarching antagonist in the Baden arc. Kisaki Tetta also racks up some heavy hitters and archenemies. The story sets up Kisaki Tetta as the archenemy of Takemichi Hanagaki for killing Hinata over a minor rejection. He is also the archenemy of Manjiro Mikey Sano for killing everyone and destroying everything he loved so that he could corrupt and manipulate him easily. Then there is Ken Draken Ryuguji for killing Emma Sano, Draken's girlfriend. It's also important to point out that Emma Sano is also Mikey's sister. With that said, you may now understand why some fear and describe Kisaki as an overambitious, yet cunning, heartless, arrogant, remorseless, and very sadistic individual who would stop at nothing to get what he wants. That is, to take over the Tokyo Manji Gang and the Japanese criminal underworld. While Kisaki may have been quite average in terms of physical strength and combat ability, he is extremely, quite abnormally intelligent. This is why he's one of the most destructive villains in the story. He carries a charisma that draws people who serve him, and as a result, it is easy to manipulate the people that work with him. As you would expect of an overambitious villain, even when people show their unwavering loyalty to Kisaki, he barely cares about his subordinates or former superiors. He considers these people mere tools and objects that he can manipulate to reach his selfish goals. Furthermore, Kisaki never hesitates to kill a person, man, woman, or child. If the person's in the way of his goals, they got to go. The shocking truth about Kisaki Tetta is that he was not always bold and charismatic. As a child, Kisaki was timid and insecure. Things first started with his feelings for Hinata Tachibana. When he heard that Takemichi was becoming a delinquent, he decided to dive headfirst into his dark side and become a top-tier gangster within the Tokyo Manji Gang. His main motivation was Hinata, and he did not care who he had to hurt to get to the top. However, after Hinata rejects him, it becomes obvious that Kisaki's love was never real. He was just obsessed with her because she chose Takemichi over him. Instead of accepting the fact, Kisaki decides it is the better option to kill Hinata than to let Takemichi ever have her. Now, despite being very bad at making decisions and acting on impulse, Kisaki is quite patient when it comes to his plans. For a large part of the story, Kisaki Tetta played the long game and waited patiently for his plans to fall into place, however frustrating the wait had to be. What might be the biggest part of Kisaki's character, however, is his inability to show remorse. No matter how gruesome or horrible a thing he does, be it murder, torture, Kisaki will never show remorse for what he does. He also does a good job of maintaining a good facade whenever he's around Takemichi and Shifuyu. At one time, he faked his apology for Baji's death and admitted that he used Kazutoro to do the job. The one time we see Kisaki showing any emotion and a big twist is when he prepares to kill Takemichi. He is seen weeping and calling Takemichi a hero. This is more likely tears of rage, frustration, and extreme hatred for Takemichi than tears of remorse or insecurity. In summary, the complex and dishonorable nature of Kisaki shows us just how evil he is. He is a selfish, petty, egotistical manipulator who dug his own grave both in the past and the present. Well guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Shout out to Tokyo Revengers. Season 1 was amazing, and hopefully the next season is just as crazy as the first. Let me know your thoughts on Kisaki Tetta in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you see more videos. See you next time. Peace.